Welcome to the next episode of Forging Fates. There we go. If you're new here, Forging Fates is a sober D&D campaign set in the world of Exandria from Critical Role, and we're partnered with a nonprofit group known as the Phoenix, which is a sober, active community. The Phoenix is trying to build a vibrant movement of people in recovery, aiming to end the stigma around the rehabilitation journey from substance use. They have an app that you can use to schedule in-person events in 36 states or virtual events around the globe, including yoga, D&D, meditation, and book clubs, just to name a few. So, click the link below in our description to support the channel and connect with 77,000 members and download the app today. And I'm going to open it up to the rest of the team here. Hello, everyone. Dom, if you'd like to go ahead with the next announcement.
Dude, I'd love to. I'd like to remind everyone that while obviously we are here on Twitch and YouTube, what you might not know is we're also on other socials as well. We're on Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. If you'd like to see a list of where we are all in one place, we have a link tree, or you can check out our website, which includes all of our projects, a blog by our very own DM, which includes our monthly schedules and character playlists. And our website even has links to the other sites, just like our link tree, that help us bring this wonderful content to you. If the mods could do me a favor and drop the links into the chat, I would greatly appreciate that. That said, if you have any interest in helping us out, there are a couple ways you can do that too. First of which is our merch shop, which has mugs, shirts, hoodies, and stickers for you to buy. We also have a Patreon that will give you the opportunity to vote in polls, have a special Discord channel with just other patrons, as well as the cast, and have your name called out at the beginning of all our shows. For example, this month's patron is the Silver King. We see you and appreciate you and your continued support. Thanks to you, we are able to grow this channel and build an inclusive, dynamic community of geeks. Another way to support us is through Twitch subscriptions. Do that, because those will unlock exclusive emotes by our amazing community member and moderator, Sarah. As a reminder, you have Amazon Prime. That means you have Twitch Prime. So we would appreciate it if you use those Bezos bucks on us, please, and thank you. But don't forget to resubscribe every month, because that does disappear. If subscriptions aren't your speed and you would like to make a one-time donation, there is a little button here on Twitch. It's marked tip, but no pressure. So if you don't have any cash to throw our way, we also understand times are getting a little tough out there for a lot of people. You can just subscribe to our Instagrams, our YouTubes, all the socials, share links, watch our videos. We would really appreciate it, just to let the world know we're a community worth taking the journey with.
All right. Whisper, I'm Jem. I don't know what to call you in pre-stream stuff. You want to go ahead and tell everyone about who you have on to Goodberry this week or next week?
Well, next week, same time, same place, I will have on our lovely Felix, or Joe, as my guest. So we're gonna finally start getting to know the cast a little bit better outside of this game. So hope to see you there.
Awesome. Does anyone have any other announcements before we get started? All right. Well, we are trying out some new formats for the stream. There's now a chat box, which for some reason is disappearing after a small amount. So that'll be fixed hopefully in the sometime near future. But go ahead and all your chats are going to appear on screen. So if you want to jump into the show a little bit, that's all going to be posted onto the YouTube. This is all being recorded, as you all know. So immortalize your words on our YouTube channel. And yeah, don't forget, if you have Twitch Prime, I know Dom already said it, but Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime is Twitch Prime. It expires every month, so make sure you're re-upping those. All right, if no one has anything else, I think we should all get started with the next episode of Forging Fates. So, picking up where we last left off, having been confronted by the by the Spiraling, a lot of S names. You all had investigated the secretive uh, room, almost seemed to be a spiraling outpost, but a clasp outpost rather. But as the spiraling entered into the area, he made it very clear that this is not one of their locations. They have never used this space before, despite the seeming evidence that had been there for to lead you to believe that this was a clasp location. Uh, from there, you gem freed, whisper freed the Griffon that would come to be known as Talon, and Finnick helped to investigate a secret tunnel that you had been discovered by all of you hearing some rustling sound behind it. Finnick discovered some additional notes that did not indicate that these were written by someone from the clasp, and they seemed to insinuate someone else was involved in this. And from there, after speaking to the spiraling for a short while after, you begin to make your ways through the sewer to bring Talon up to the streets through some creative use of enlarge and reduced from some of our spellcasters. You were able to bring Talon up through a sewer hole and sneak them through the winding streets towards a gate. Just a little before that, you had all taken a long rest to wait till the night, and Finnick was once again plagued by another vision / nightmare, whatever these things happen to be, and being woken up, Gormrog was there to greet her. They had a discussion about what potential help he could be giving her, and from there, as the rest of the team awoke, you brought Talon to a gate and brought them through that gate with a little subterfuge from Clover, having set up a random party that had been traveling through before they were assaulted and questioned about the kidnapping of a child, or it was a child, I believe. And as you all escaped with Talon, gave Talon the choice. Would they rather go home, go to the Ashari, to the tribe in the north, or to the farm of Clover's birth, or not birth, of Clover's childhood? And Talon chose to remain in the woods around and wait for all of you, but was given directions to the farm if there was ever a disconnect there where you were unable to find them. With that, you all made your way back into the city, traveled to Gormrog's apartment, and rested for the evening. So, as the next day arrives, you all begin to wake up one by one. The Gormrog being the first to wake. Gormrog, you as you wake up, you find a note under your door, which is the one I have sent you.
And I saw that. That was really exciting.
So yes, as the next day arrives, you can hear the sounds of thunder outside and the rain hammering against the side of the building, and it is soothing in the way that rain is, but with the occasional crack of thunder, the air of questioning and subterfuge in the air. You all, one by one, begin to awake. Gormrog, if there's something specific you want to do before everyone was awoken, go ahead.
Yeah, having grabbed that the letter, I'd read it fast and then put it in my pack. But then I'd start making coffee, tea, eggs, bacon, the usual breakfast stuff. some potatoes, carrots, and other vegetables for our non-meat eaters. But various assortments of protein and good start to the day foods, because I care about these people and I want them to have a good day.
Okay. So, as the smell of cooking begins to fill the small apartment, who would like to be the next to awaken? Is there anything anyone want to do specifically, or should we just have everyone kind of get up? Okay. So, as the morning continues on, you all awaken in your own speed, and breakfast is served.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. That includes you, Whisper.
There's food here. I'm awake.
You're a real heavy sleeper, you know that?
I like sleeping.
It's a good thing to like. Help yourself, buffet style. You can pick and choose what you want. How'd y'all sleep? I know it's cramped quarters, but it's home.
It was
I think
awesome
we
for
made it work. I think the two
dusty.
biggest people here are me and you, Gormog.
Yeah, I mean, the little ones have been here before, but if there's anything I can do to make it better, I'd like to.
Yeah.
I'm not used to hosting guests, let alone this many of them. But if you slept okay, then yeah, I guess that's all I can do.
Well, this is quite too much Gormrog, like always. But if you insist, starts taking helpings of food, as much as he can handle, and he starts gulping down. You also see him kind of flipping through a book and kind of eyeing Finnick a little bit. Looks down at the book, looks back up at Finnick, and just scratches his face with some bacon.
Make sure to save some for the rest of us, Felix.
He kind of pushes a little bit back into the buffet area. I'm sorry. Get a little carried away sometimes.
Lost Clover.
Internet failure.
Okay. Well. For now, we'll just continue on as I adjust these cameras and stuff.
I'm in the DM box.
Seems
Are we Brady Bunching it right now? Am I looking at?
You're looking at a yellow screen marked Whisper.
Yeah, but I'm
that one?
DM Joe right now.
You up?
Joe, you've never looked so good.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Stand by. Technical difficulties.
What were you
Oh, Clover.
saying, Felix?
What?
Felix,
Excuse
what were
me?
you saying to Finnick?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. I was apologizing for eating so much food, but I was eyeing her a little bit, curiously as I was reading this book.
I am on my phone. Does this work?
It works. Working good. I just look at it
Okay.
onto these cameras.
I'm sorry. Here are my limitations. Because I'm using my phone to do this, I cannot access D&D Beyond. So if there's a combat, it's going to be rough on me.
That's fine. We'll make
My
it
hair
work.
looks great.
Goodness gracious.
Okay.
We are a well-oiled machine.
Yep. Top of the line.
I like how I was the only one who didn't change.
This is, yeah.
I'm just here.
Oh my god, I keep grabbing the alert boxes and shit. We are. I mean, we're
We
basically
apologize
critical role at
for
this
the
point.
technical difficulties.
Yeah, we are, 3 campaigns, 400 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is clearly exactly how, Critical Role went.
Can you
talented
guys hear me
professionals.
fine? Can you hear yourselves?
Yeah, you sound good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, let's try this again, folks.
Yeah, that layout is
One sec.
Yeah. So, anyways.
oh no.
Oh no. No.
This is a story of a crazy game. Oh my god. It's fantastic, I love it.
All right. Roll initiative.
Now, this bacon is delicious though, Gormog, I would have to say. But the coffee is a little overcooked.
What do you mean overcooked?
Okay.
It's magical bean water. Like
And
how
tea is just leaf water.
Yeah, but like how burnt, like
Bean water, you say?
bean water. Yeah, I run the hot water through
Oh.
ground beans.
That would explain the indigestion at the time. Okay.
Maybe you should switch to tea.
No.
I'll
No?
just help myself
Oh.
to some potatoes and a little bit of meat, making sure that
Oh,
I'm not saying I touched
I almost
all
forgot.
the food,
And I'm
but I
gonna go
probably
to the
touched most of the food.
I'm gonna go to the oven and I'm gonna pull out a tray. And on the tray is gonna be freshly baked biscuits. Almost burnt those. Worrying about burnt coffee. Now that would be a tragedy.
I apologize, Gormog. You are the chef.
So, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for yesterday, because I was gonna save Talon no matter what, but you all helped me save Talon, and I know that some of you didn't want to at first and didn't think it was a good idea, but you still helped me anyways, and I'm just really thankful for that.
Well, that's what friends do for each other.
That's awesome.
Like,
I appreciate
I don't
the-
know how much trouble we're gonna be in later, but
well, no matter
What
how
is a
much
giant?
trouble we're in, we'll work together to figure it out.
I'm good at being in trouble.
trouble.
I'm
and
good
now
at getting
we
out of
have
trouble.
holes to escape places.
Speaking of getting Talon out, Talon, where'd they go? They want to stay? They want to stay
Yeah,
in the woods? Like,
yeah. So I told him that he can hunt around the city, but no people. And that he wanted to hang out. I gave him all the options, and he wanted to hang out with us. So I told him that when we wanted to meet up with him again, that we had some things to do still in the city, I would bring out something that smells super delicious, and I told him he has to make sure it's me, and then come and meet up with us.
okay. I don't really know of a place inside the city where he'd be safe.
Yeah, well, I think he's fine outside of the city. Like, he is a wild beast, that I'm fine outside of the city too. But
Actually, speaking of, I don't really know much about where you all come from. I mentioned briefly, I'm from a nomadic tribe that kind of wanders around. City living is only the last couple of years for me. So I'm fine being in the city or out. What about you all? Where are you from? What kind of living do you prefer? Like, is the niceties of a roof over your head foreign to you, or is it like preferred?
Well, I think I mentioned a little bit ago that I was always the way around. I guess the people I was with never really stayed in one place for more than 2 weeks, maybe. Oh.
I personally could go anywhere. Just put floor underneath me and give me some books, and I feel I might make myself at home. I've been in worse places.
Well, you said you're from a farm.
Me?
No, the other Clover. Guess you.
Sorry, I'm really sleepy this morning. It was a rough night for me. Yeah, I mean, I guess I've been lucky. I've had a really great family and a roof on my head for as long as I can remember. I guess my trouble is I can't remember anything before I was 3, which I know is usual for most people, but I don't know exactly where I come from. I don't know if I'm ready to get into it right now, but Felix actually found me and dropped me off at my family's house when I was around 2, and they just took me in and have raised me ever since.
The Honeycombs are an amazing family. They've been friends of mine for a very long time as well. Best honey.
Yeah, I wonder if Marie Lynn ever sent that person out to check on that.
I would
I don't know
imagine
if
we
I
have.
told you. I mentioned to Marie Lynn and Miss Roslyn that your farm has the best honey in Exandria, and even though we have an apiary on the roof, might be worth a business transaction and to look into it. I hope that's okay. I didn't mean to overstep if I did.
That's fine. Our farm sells honey to all the local shops and even some of the surrounding towns. And my sister Aster, who lives in Zephyra, she moved there and started her own little Hexcomb farm store in Zephyra. So now we sell our honey to all of the restaurants and cafes and everything there too. So we are broadening our horizons.
Dig it.
How about
That's
we
really
just
cool.
set those bees free, and maybe she would have to find another place, right? Simple as that. No?
Huh?
No.
Setting bees
just
free?
Make a... Yes, set the bees free,
Felix,
so... Never mind. Don't worry. I'm delusional from the past few days.
Are you talking about at Marie Lynn's?
Yes. I was just trying to drum up some business for your mother.
Well, as long as they have their queen bee and a really nice, safe hive, I'm sure that they're happy where they are. Bees can thrive anywhere as long as they've got their family.
Yeah, that's also part of the reason why she's got such an extensive garden with all those flowers in it, is because, bees are pollinators. They need flowers to make the honey. So she's got a lot of wildflowers around back, and it really seems to help.
Did we ever move those bodies from the garden by chance, Goldfrog?
The guard did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we didn't have to do anything further with those. Linden took care of those. Bless you, Whisper.
Good. Picking up daisies seems to pop into my mind a lot when I think of your garden. Not a dead thing. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
No. We're not gonna go down that particular road. So you said you're a little disoriented from the last couple of days. Clover, you said you're really tired this morning. We've done a lot in the last couple of days. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, I think it's all just catching up to me.
Like, we have a serious problem in this city, and I'm investigating it, and you guys have been amazing in helping me with this. And, we've made a new ally in the form of a Griffon.
It's amazing.
I don't know how we're gonna use that to our advantage or just to protect him. I'm cool with it either way, but
I fear if we don't do something with what we've found, something very dear and tragic is probably going to happen to the city. I don't think the actual citizens themselves really know what has happened or is kind of going on. I think that's a huge issue. Squirmrog, I don't know, this is your investigation, as you said, and we are helping you, but at some point, when do we go to the citizens with this, or somebody outside the realms of these organizations that want to be so secretive?
I'd say when we have verifiable evidence and not circumstance.
What are we looking for, though, now? Are we looking for evidence that it's happening because we found that, or are we looking for the exact person? And because we have evidence it's happening.
We have the evidence
We just
that it's
don't have-
happening. We need the person now. And then from there, we can get why it's happening.
Do you think we could shake them down by spreading rumors throughout the city and maybe scare them out?
It's an option. I don't know what'll come of that. I don't deal in rumors. I don't know if Miss Clover has more experience with that, with her aptitude for subtlety and subterfuge and shape changing into a dude.
That was fun.
That's
why I'm so
That was
tired.
kind of
The thing
impressive.
that really took it out of me.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, I don't know if you are aware, Felix. When you sent that letter for me to Cressida Holt, she sent this reply, and she says, "Interesting, though not wholly unexpected. The League is more than willing to admit their dealings with some of the less savory elements of society when it serves their purpose. They say it lends towards a more whole and unified society when we can all rise together for the betterment of all. You gaining access to the Sanctum is good to hear, but be careful. We have reason to believe they are exploring many different types of arcane arts there, and if you were to discover one of these in their presence, you may not be permitted to leave. Continue your investigation, but be careful. You have entangled yourself in a thick web, young Everflame." And that's all she says, but I do agree that this is a thick web of a dangerous sort, and I'm not so comfortable in putting you all in danger. Obviously, it's your choice, but...
No offense, Gormrog, I think you're past that. I think we are past that, and no matter what we try to do, we've put ourselves there. Clover, I apologize. Please don't tell Mother of any of this. We might be dead before we can even speak of it anyways, but...
She mentioned different kinds of arcane arts. How much more is there? Or what could she be referencing?
I start pulling out books, and it would be a stack from college, and just differencing from the different type of arts. Very basic, rudimentary, nothing abstract. There's one that I'm not pulling out that is definitely still in my bag, and I'm actually
Would
interested
we
that.
notice this?
No, I don't know. I mean, you might see as I'm pulling it out, but it's my spell book itself with its own type of magic cast upon. It's like, I've done a lot of research, and Finnick, it's actually funny you ask. I can't figure out which arcane school you actually studied from. What school did you say you went to, Finnick?
I never went to school for my magic.
You didn't go to. That makes no sense. And I start flipping through books. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense.
I was just born with it, gifted it. No, I don't know. My parents. I just have had this magic for as long as I can remember.
That's interesting. I've had a few gifts such the same, but usually a lot of my magic I've had to tear myself apart almost to learn.
Like the owl?
There's a lot of arcane arts, and to be honest with you, how many I don't know. Off the top of my head, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could keep going on, to be honest with you.
Oh, please do.
Okay, 11, 12, 13,
No,
14,
what
I'm sorry.
kinds? At
Yes,
least
okay,
I
don't. I really can't tell you
'Cause
all that.
what-
No, there's druidic, there's like nature-y magic, there's clerical, there's like divine magics, there's the arcane, which the two of you would be doing, which is just manipulating the natural order of things. But that's really all I know about. I mean, I've heard of some other shady types, like somebody once told me a rumor about blood magic, but I've never seen anything like that.
I've heard of people being raised from the dead, memories being swapped. It gets dark, but that is not something I think we hope to worry about,
I was.
or anything I would
Well, what
know
would they
knowledge
be
of.
studying that we would be in danger if we discovered? Is, I guess, my question.
I'm gonna start going through my books and my journal.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for?
Also, where did Felix pull those books from? Just his bag? I'm assuming.
What's up? Sorry.
Yeah, Felix has got a
just
strength
told
of
about-
46, and it's all from carrying books around.
I was gonna say if it's just from his bag.
Hey, do you all remember when we went to the library?
Mhm.
It was like a
Yeah.
day or two ago, but like, well,
Yeah.
Whisper, you didn't really come in. You hung outside with Tristan. At one point they were talking about the cult of Vecna.
Vecna.
He was, according to what I was able to look up, a lich. Lich? I don't know how to pronounce that word. He came to divinity through a ritual 30 years ago. He was the divine of arcana, death, and knowledge. But the knowing mistress, the Dawnfather, the Everlight, the Matron of Ravens, they all sent champions to stop him. His cult is named the Remnants. And apparently there's rumors going around the Cobalt Reserve that the Remnants are in the League of Miracles. I didn't see any evidence to that, but that may be what
I guess.
they're referring to in the letter.
Real quick before, just to Finnick, you have a plethora of knowledge on the incident that he's referring to. Having seen the stone titan that now stands above the city, having seen it the vast majority of your childhood, and you know that the city that sits on top of it is called Dharamvala, though that has largely been cleared out of the things that dwelled within prior to it being brought to the material plane.
Okay. I'll just relay that. But I guess we also just weren't looking for any remnants or...
Wendy.
She's right.
What? What about Wendy?
No evidence. I don't like her. Remnant.
It's.
I think
I like
that's
to
what you
go
call a
with-
grudge. Spirit's hoping.
No, that's what we call intuition.
No, that's what we call getting the job done. Good job, Whisper. Let's do this. On a serious
Thank you.
subject that I do feel we should help your brother, Clover. We might have unwillingly or unknowingly, let loose a psychopath upon him.
That...
He's a
No,
psychopath.
you did that.
Me, I didn't.
Wait,
You,
wait.
Yeah.
What psychopath did we
Mention.
release onto?
Yeah.
Wendy. No, we did not mention Linden.
My memory's blurry. Let's not dwell on the semantics of the fact, but of everything. But either way, he might be in danger as well. Thank you for the memory lesson, Penny.
Well, Linden is the strongest person I know. I'm sure he's fine. We have so much. We still have so much to do. We still have to figure out who is taking over that room and who's doing all of this with the animals and capturing them and torturing them and keeping them in those cages. I can't.
Well-
I think until we figure that out, we just have to let Linden continue his life as normal.
Also, in my notebook, I have that one of us discovered the footprints were of 3 individuals. One with the frog feet, one with little feet, and one with big feet.
Yes.
So it's not just one person. It's a verifiable group.
Yeah. Who?
Talent.
Like what?
Talon told us 3 people.
Yes.
Talent. And
One
what did
person
Talon
was
tell
red.
us? Because
Yeah.
One
he
person
said
was
he
red?
One person was nice, and I can't kill that person. But the red person I can kill.
Yeah, there was a girl with red skin and horns, and she was mean. But there was a big guy who looked like Gormrog, and he fed him, so he's nice.
And he did say one that looked like a frog. Yes. Yes.
And then, yeah, there was the one that was a frog with blue spots. Which sounds poisonous to me, but I don't know.
I wonder.
poisonous?
Hmm?
A frog's poisonous?
I don't know, but frogs usually have blue spots?
I mean, not the ones I've seen, but I mean, like, I've made frog's legs a couple times. I hope I wasn't poisoning people.
I think anything from
I've
nature.
heard of some ancient
like-
frogs that could use poison off their glands and use it as different components.
That's not a myth?
No.
There's some poisonous snakes, there's
So?
poisonous lizards, there's some poisonous frogs.
No, but if you lick the right one, though, it's quite an interesting expectation
know
of your
that?
journeys and open. But well, you have to learn so much sometimes, and experimentation is really the
so
key. I have
many.
died almost a few times, but
We're just
Like when-
licking frogs.
well, I lick a lot of things. I've licked the ground before. I've licked the wall. Just to. And this is, we're
So,
getting
like-
off subject here. We're talking about what we need to do about the encroaching doom of the city, not what I'm looking.
Yeah. I agree with you that talking to Linden may be beneficial. I
Yes.
think the fake clasp we may need to leave to the real clasp, because I'm afraid of them. I know Clova isn't because she realized she could get in with them because they've got similar skill sets. Whisper is not afraid of anything, as far as I know, but I'm afraid of them. They terrify me.
Why?
The clasp
let's-
terrifies you, or the fake clasp terrifies you?
A real clasp.
Oh. Yeah. I guess me and, the one guy, we just bonded over, just like how we look. So yeah, I guess I have gotten in a little bit with them.
What do you mean bonded over how you look? You look nothing alike.
You would
You
understand.
call him ugly. Or asked if he was ugly.
No. Yeah.
Clova, I've got full
Matter.
tusks
It's
coming
not
out of my face. Like, what do you... Like... He looks like an
anyway.
ogre, I look like an orc, but...
It was a mask.
I'm a little bit more scared of the fake clasp, you're right, because we haven't seen them.
I think we have. That's the scary part. We
You
have
think they
seen them, we
have
just
them?
don't know. If they are good enough at what they do to hide from the clasp themselves, imagine the capabilities they had just from hiding from us. So I think you guys are on the right path of who we should be scared of, but that doesn't help us. What do we do then? What is our next step? Where do we push this pendulum? Do we...
DM.
Yes.
How many half-orcs have I seen around the city?
Oh, I mean, it's not an uncommon sight in Western. With the proximity of the tribe, the Kevdak
Okay.
invasion a while ago. Like, half orcs are relatively like maybe
In the
1%
city,
of the
I
population.
know I have been treated poorly because I'm a half-orc, getting shouted like tusk face, pig nose, whatever. Fine. I know Danny is a half-orc. And he's a very nice half-orc. And I know Cressida Holt is a half-orc, and they don't really leave the Cobalt Reserve. But they're also a really nice half-orc. Would I have any indication that Danny might be involved in something like this?
Roll an insight check. I'll say at advantage because you've known him for such a long time.
I really hope I'm wrong about this. I really don't want this to be true.
First roll of the night.
Yay!
First 2 rolls of the night,
Yes.
because it's advantage.
Yay!
Well, I got a 2 and a 14, and insight is a +2, so 16.
Okay, so I will say you've known Danny a long time, several years at this point. You know he is commonly found at Marie Lynn's. Very rarely does he go anywhere else. You've never seen him do anything that would lead you to believe he could be living a double life.
Doesn't mean it didn't happen, but it means I don't have any reason to suspect him other than he looks like me and he's nice.
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna suspend my disbelief, and I'm gonna say it's not him. Couldn't be him. Danny's too nice.
You look deep in thought, Gormrog. What is it you are thinking of?
I'm just trying to make connections and might be leaping to conclusions that aren't related.
Let's leap.
What was that, Clova? I didn't hear you.
Should we go back to the League people and tell them what we found down the tunnel? Is that like what we should do today?
Not if they're bad people. I don't trust
The
League
League's
people.
gonna pay us to identify what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should figure out who they are before we go to them with results, because They offered us. You negotiated, Clover. I mean, they offered us quite a bit of money.
Eh.
Uh,
Okay. Well, our first lead is a half-orc, a red woman with horns, and a frogman. And we know that the watch people see every single person who comes in and out of this town. So should we go talk to them?
That's an option. Yeah, that's a very good idea.
DM, I have a quick question.
If we go to that one tower, I can't go though. Because after last night,
You could be.
Oh no.
You could disguise
Why
yourself.
don't you just be an old man again?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I should keep practicing that.
Now we
but
could go to
how long
Linden.
will that last?
Huh?
Your disguise, how long would it last?
I'm not sure. I can't remember how long it lasted last night. I went to sleep like that, and then I woke up back as myself, so no more than like 12 hours, I guess.
Also, DM, I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
How common are tieflings in this town?
Similar to half orcs, they make up maybe 0.5% of the population, so they're not like rare, but they are not super common.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big
we
city.
were promised 200 gold once we figure out who did this. Right, by Salgam. So if we can come to him with names of people, that'd get us the 200 gold. Now, if we can also finagle it so that we figure out why they did this, right, and what the end goal is, we can bring that to Cressida Holt and the Cobalt Reserve and the Guard, and maybe try and do some good with this information as well. Get paid and make a difference. It's not for nothing. I'm not holding on to a lot of coin here. Being a librarian and a chef doesn't exactly pay you a lot.
Just I'm sorry, I apologize. Just to give you the exact numbers, tieflings make up 7% of the population of Western, whereas the orcs make up 5%.
Stormrock, there are other ways to earn coin, though, and you just got a warning from your friend that if we find out too much, we might not make it out of the League of Miracles. So hear me out. I don't trust them, obviously. Wendy's terrible. They're all terrible. Histix is terrible. And what if the fake clasp is them? And we weren't supposed to, they didn't think that that's why they didn't give us any help. I didn't trust it because they didn't seem to care that they got broken into. I think it's just all a cover-up. And I think maybe we found out more than they wanted us to or expected us to. So if we go there and we tell them, oh, look, we're looking for Frog Person and Red Woman, and there's this fake clasp going around. What if that's the thing that makes us not leave there?
Whisper has a point.
You do have a point. That is a very good point. Honestly, I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
The animals being kept there were
The
treated.
letter.
Mm-hmm.
The letter that I found with Golish, the puppet masters continue to collaborate with the Inroad.
Yeah.
And what did he say? The puppet master is creating a system dangerous to their operations.
Do you want me to reread it for you? Because I'd assume.
No, I have it. I'm just acting.
Sorry.
Unbelievable that he's like, oh, do I need to help out?
Yeah.
I'm
But-
definitely pulling on strings here, but think about it. Puppet master, and who has very long fingernails, who seems to touch everybody. Just saying. I think we just kill
Yeah,
Wendy and
well-
call it a day.
Golesh was saying the puppet masters would be the Spellrite and the League of Miracles. And the Inroads would be the Clasp.
Yeah.
And they continue to create a system dangerous to our operations.
But they're gonna
Um,
continue it.
That letter wasn't sent, though. They never had the
No.
opportunity.
But we still need
Well, we
to
don't-
figure out who L and the bird guy. BR''D.
Okay. You're right. We do
Do
have
you
to
want me to
figure
see
that
the
out.
BR''D guy?
We also have a list of people who came in on the log from Wendy or whoever it was that gave us that.
Yeah, I still have that written down in my notebook. Do you want it?
Crassian, right? He was the one who was doing it. Yeah, do you
Yeah.
have that list? Wasn't there initials on that as well?
SG?
SG.
I mean, I have 5 names and one set of initials.
What were the other names?
Therius Stillwater, Adro Nightspark, Palar Gusar, Leo Barros, Rap Ass, I think. I scribbled that one a little bit. And then the initial is SG. And then at the bottom, I wrote something note dropped off supplies for Arcane.
Read that list again, because I want to make sure that you have it right.
Sarius Stillwater.
Yep.
Adro Nightspark.
Yep.
Palo Gusar.
It's Paylor Dusong, D-U-S-O-N-G.
D-U-S-O-N-G. I heard, but it was not Dusong. Leo Barros.
Rapash is his last name.
What is it?
Rapash. R-A-P-A-S-H.
Oh, okay. I had that as two different names. So Leo Barros Rapash.
Yes.
I had Leo Barros and then Rapash.
Same person.
And then SG.
Yes.
And then it says Malice, I
Yep.
think, note dropped off supplies for Arcane.
Okay.
However, that's gibberish to me.
It's common to me.
But it may be known to individuals who know people in the city, like Linden and his guard friends who watch the towers.
What if the
Right,
guard friend or the guards are also in on it? I don't think we can trust anybody. Seems like everybody has their hand in this in some way, and none of it's good.
We've got 10 names of people we don't know. We've got 3 descriptions of people we don't know that might match the names, might not. We've got individuals who work for Histic Salgam, such as Wendy, who we can all agree are clearly evil. And we've got people who are, walking around wearing ogre masks or whatever the hell it is, and, thinks that's better than his actual face. And people impersonating his group. There's a lot of shit going on that is not comfortable in any way, shape, or form.
Maybe he's the blue frog.
Didn't we see his arms and legs and stuff? He
I
didn't
don't
look very
think-
frog-like to me.
No,
He
had
looked kind of
boots on, though.
humanoid.
I think I'm just really tired. Maybe I need to go take a nap.
Just woke up. Drink some coffee.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we're just going in circles.
Joe had a dumb smile on his face, and I did not like that.
When?
Oh,
What
we're
did we
talking about who might be the frog dude. Yes, I saw it too.
I was just
The-
laughing. I swear I'm just laughing.
Uh-huh,
DM
uh-huh.
smiling is
We
never
can
good.
trust our own
Don't look into my
DM.
expression.
Wait. Are frog people normal?
I would say it's
see why not.
probably unlikely any of you would have ever seen one of that.
Just because I
Based
haven't
on
seen
your
one doesn't mean it's not believable.
But I think that's.
I would say go ahead. Everyone roll intelligence checks. I would say Finnick, Whisper, roll at advantage. Gormrog, roll at disadvantage.
I'm going back to my old dice.
And I would say Felix and Clover, you guys roll flat.
I mean, I'm not rolling again. I just rolled low, so now I'm
Can't
just
read
going
this.
to use
18.
Okay.
Oh.
3.
Okay.
I did better than that. I got a 9.
I got an
Okay.
8.
Okay. What'd you roll, Felix?
26.
Okay.
473.
So I would
Oh
say,
my
Felix, you've heard of them. You've heard of a frog people. They're called grung. They exist in some of the swampier regions of the world. Various colors are associated with the civilization, and it's kind of like a ranking structure. With a 26, I would say you probably even know what that ranking structure is if you'll give me a moment. But besides that, you've never actually seen one, but
Okay.
I would say that
Definitely
you
something I
are
might have studied when I
aware
was
of.
researching out in the world.
It's something
a
you
bit.
would have come across in your studies.
I explained that, and
All I know
I
is I
pretty much tell
travel
them
a
that
lot, so.
I've read about a group of frog people, different colored, comes from the swamps. But again, it's offhand research. Now they have a weird structure of leadership, but I don't know if that's pertinent.
Interesting. I didn't even know that there were frog people until now.
Oh, there's a lot of different people, Clover. Really, like I said, I've been doing a lot of research to figure out exactly where certain things are from, and you'd be surprised on the amazing amount of creatures that are out there.
What are you looking for?
Oh, nothing. Nothing you should worry about, Clover. It's just things misplaced.
Real quick, just while I have this, because you rolled such a high intelligence roll, that's why you were
Yeah.
aware of this information, Felix.
They
Green
throw it at me.
green grungs are typically warriors, hunters, and laborers. Blue grungs are typically artisans or domestic roles, like some of the more domestic roles of the life. Purple grungs are the administrators or commanders of their various tribes or civilizations. Red are scholars and magic users. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Did we get a color exactly of the one that the Griffon saw spotted? But what was the main
I
base?
think it was
Just
green
with
and
spots.
spots.
It was blue with spots, is what
Oh.
Talon told you. Whether that's blue spots, maybe the translation was because he is a 2 intelligence creature. So whether they're blue spots or the primary blue, you're unaware.
Interesting.
What did you say blue was again, Felix? Sorry.
Blue is
magic users.
No, blue is artisans and domestic. They take care of the domestic aspects of the civilization.
Okay, I got that all backwards. Try this pin shooting on me. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my computer then. Okay, domestic. So yes, they seem like the domestic breed of them. I don't know what that means so much. I know this knowledge, but I don't really know how to define it. A lot of book learning.
So, artisans are people who more creative types. You got the potters, you got the masons, you've got the people who create things. Chefs, for instance, are a type of artisans. Domestics, chefs can also be qualified as those, but it's people who run households. It's people who do the day-to-day stuff of a civilization. It's not the fighting type. It's not the ruling type. It's not the magic type. It's basically everybody else.
Well, we're looking for a one-of-a-kind creature in a city that is quite large, full of quite interesting creatures. That might be an artist?
Might just be a creative type of some kind or another. Doesn't have to be a painter, but
A mastermind behind an evil plan, by chance?
I mean, an artisan could be someone helping create the automatrons. An artisan could be someone who's creating those jail cells. They could be creating those shackles.
Smacked. That is an artisan type. What's wrong? Whisper, you're making a face.
My head hurts.
This is a lot of information all at once.
I think I got some headache root somewhere. Do you need it?
No, I'm not good at this stuff.
What do you mean?
Maybe we should leave the table. Do you want to get some fresh air?
Well, what are we doing today?
I think that's what we're trying to figure out.
It's just
You know, Clover had a pretty good idea earlier.
Well, then I cast Druidcraft, and I would like to create a second created instantaneous harmless sensory effect. It's going to be a wind. I would like it to harmlessly maybe blow across the table and maybe throw some things about. Fresh air!
So, as the humidity from the storm outside has kind of filled this space, making it a little stuffy, especially with the morning cooking, raising the temperature in there, this wonderful cool breeze begins to circulate through the entirety of the room, giving this wonderful, nice cooling breeze, cooling you all off a bit.
Are you making a mess in my house?
I believe it was already a mess before I got here, to be honest with you, Gormrog, but... Excuse me, Clover, could you do that wonderful trick?
The pot over here.
Yes, you call prestidigitation.
Oh, yeah, let me try that. Okay, Clover is going to close her eyes and focus really hard on the table, and then do something with her hands and cast prestidigitation to clean the table.
Okay, Clover, as you experiment with these magical powers you've been studying for a good amount of time now, you focus the energy onto the table, and in a puff, far more powerful than you probably would have expected, dust just shoots off the table from every nook and cranny. It's a perfectly clean table, but you all have a nice layer of dust across your faces.
See, Gormrog, clean.
Yeah. Yeah. Whisper. We all have our strengths. We all have our weaknesses. Just because you're not so great at the planning and the deducing doesn't mean you're not absolutely amazing at other things. I've seen you do things with that club of yours that I could never pull off. I've seen you cast magic and talk to a freaking Griffon. I could never do that. You are amazing. You can't be amazing at everything.
And you make really great mud angels.
Yeah.
To be fair, you could probably make a couple more right now.
Because of your dirty house, Gormrog?
Because it's raining outside, Felix.
Oh, yes, the rain. Yeah, of course. There's
So,
rain
Whisker,
outside.
what do you think we should do?
Say that again, Clover.
Yeah, Whisper, what do you think we should do?
I don't know. I don't trust the League.
Do you think it's a good idea to talk to the guards to find out for ourselves and not tell the League?
I haven't had good experience with guards in my past.
Me either.
But Linden's a guard, and he seems okay and kind of cool. So I don't know.
I don't think we'll do anything to help us.
Well, he's your brother and your best friend.
Did we
And
go to
honestly, I think Linden's going to be our best bet at maybe figuring some stuff out.
Okay.
And the clasp is looking into that other dude who was in the hidden room. And they said they'll contact us if we find anything. So, while we wait for the class, let's go talk to Linden. It's an excellent choice. Whisper. Good deducing.
Okay.
So, would either of you know where Linden would be?
I mean, I guess last time we just checked at the place that he works at. So I guess we just go back there first.
Yeah, we stopped there and they told us where his post was normally.
Oh, by the market ward, right?
Do any of you have the message spell?
Yes. No, I don't have any spells.
I can speak telepathically.
I just have ditto.
What's the
We
range?
found
on
that out.
Well, it has to be a creature I can see within 30 feet,
Okay.
and then it can,
Same.
and then it has a range of 4 miles.
Okay. All right. Well, never mind then.
And when we're on our way, we could keep an eye out for red people and frog people and Gormrog looking people.
It's a good idea.
And maybe creatures. Have we heard anything? I guess we wouldn't know we've been sitting inside this entire time. Maybe we should check the town to see if anything is broken loose.
Yeah.
Is it still storming outside?
Yes, it is still storming outside.
Okay.
Hey, Felix.
Yes, Cormrog. I apologize. Before you ask, apparently, I've always wanted to do this. Druidcraft allows me to tell the weather by creating the weather beside me where I'm at. So I would like to see what the weather is outside by Druidcrafting a cloud inside to see exactly how crazy it is.
Okay.
This is. Yeah, I can
So-
tell the weather for the next 24 hours in our location.
Okay, so as that happens, a dark black cloud appears above you, Felix, and the. Okay, hold on, I gotta look exactly what this. Does
I'm sorry,
lightning?
Gormrog's face. It's just.
I just wanted to know what the weather is, Gormrog. 1 second. I'm checking some. Don't mind the cloud.
As you say that, rain very heavily begins to descend from this dark black cloud right onto you and the area around you, Felix.
This persists for 1 round.
I am not what Krush demands I am.
Oh,
I am not what Krush
okay.
demands I
I'm sorry.
am.
It doesn't actually create the weather. It just creates the illusion of the weather because it's a harmless sensory effect. So
Yep, all harmless. All
yes,
harmless.
this illusionary space just of storming wind, and you feel the gust of the wind, but it's very, very light against your face. But you can feel that it's blowing against your face, and you see the lightning striking out from this illusionary cloud above you around the area before it disappears.
gonna be very shitty weather the next 24 hours. I told that
Felix?
before. Yes.
I know you're short, but I'd like to introduce you to the novel invention of a stool and a window.
We just open the door and stick our hand outside.
I
That
find
too.
that's not concrete or really the best way to check, to be honest with you.
Feels real.
If it's, I guess this is true. But you were saying before I apologize. I was just testing some stuff.
Mhm.
Gormrog.
Well, I was about to ask if your glitchy owl experiences the rain, because I wouldn't want another creature to have to endure the rain on our behalf, if we can avoid it. And I was going to
you
suggest
go.
you send the owl out to look for, what'd you call them? Frog people.
Oof. That's not a bad idea, I guess. No, it is what it is. It's just probably might grow attention. It's not the most stealthy of creatures, but I've trusted it this far. I,
Also,
summon my familiar.
Summon?
Yes, Fennec.
sorry, when frogs like the wet weather, would that be good for them? Or I don't know a whole lot.
Are you assuming the
I don't-
nature of these frog people?
It's an educated guess, I like to call it.
I'm messing with you. I have no knowledge
I
of
rest
them
my
either. Yeah,
I'm
just
quite-
please don't make it rain inside my house. Like, unless you want to be throwing some money my way, please don't make it rain inside my house.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, sure. Anyways,
Well,
you
no,
said
the
about
person
bringing my
that-
familiar out.
He might throw money your way.
Okay.
What was that,
so-
Clover?
I hope you know that by giving him the option, he might throw money your way.
Oh yes, Chloe.
Yeah.
He just said that I can use his house as an experiment room.
Yeah, that's what I was letting him know.
Explosions and rain and just a little bit of money. Well, smooth it all over.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
No.
I do agree with you. I will send my familiar out. A little glitchy is what I'll call him. Little glitchy, and he will look for as many big toad people as he possibly can. Specifically, the blue with spots.
Okay. What do you want him to do if he sees that?
I want him to directly just, if he's within 100 feet of me, awesome, to talk to me. If
Well,
not,
I don't think he can
you
talk
can-
to you. I don't think it's like a communication thing. You can see through his eyes
Fair
within
enough.
100 feet, but it's like he doesn't talk.
and then it stops. I get what you're saying. Then I would say just to come back to me, and I will know he found what it was, and then I would have him lead me there.
Okay, and what do you want him to do if he doesn't find something?
Just not to return.
Okay.
I'll summon him when I need him.
Okay, perfect. So, as your creature, your familiar, exits out through the apartment, roll a perception check for it using the familiar's perception bonus. And while you do that, what does everyone else want to do? What's the plan here?
I'm gonna get ready to go see Linden.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find an umbrella or something in the house.
That's up to you.
I'll just go grab my cloak.
Just some kind of cloak. Maybe if Tristan's got one lying around. Just anything to offer my guests to protect them
Okay.
from the rain. I
You
would
tell
not
me,
take
Gorman,
one.
what would you have at your place?
Yeah, a cloak for me and Tristan. I would offer to Whisper and Finnick.
I already have
Because-
mine.
I don't
Okay.
want one.
Okay. I have an umbrella if you want, Clover.
Okay. I like that.
My hat's a built-in umbrella, don't worry. As you see, the bill's big enough to pretty much catch all the rain before it hits Felix.
Okay, and I'm just gonna put on a cloak and be the only one protected from the weather.
Okay.
Just trying to be a good host and just.
I have a cloak. Thank you. But thank you for your offer.
And I was trying to be nice and let everyone eat their food and make sure they had enough. So what I was doing is I was nice long enough, and I ate all the rest of the food that was left.
Okay. So, with that, as we get ready to make our way over towards the barracks where you believe Linden to be housed at, we'll take our first break. So we will be right back. Give us about 10 minutes, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
My way downtown.
I'm Jacqueline Wilmot, Director of Volunteer and Community Engagement at the Phoenix. We're on a mission to help as many people as we can.
I'm blown away, honestly, by the impact our volunteers are having across the country. The Phoenix is yoga, it's art, it's hiking, it's music. So there's a lot of really exciting things happening at the Phoenix.
Now, because of our virtual volunteer platform, we can take Phoenix anywhere. All they have to do is pick up that volunteer flag, and it's started.
The people, they tend to come to the Phoenix because they get something out of it, you know? There's something genuine about that. And then, you know, along the way, they realize I can give back. What's so unique about volunteering with the Phoenix is that you can just come as you are, and we will give you the tools and the training to be successful.
I became a volunteer with the Phoenix so that I could give back, even if it's just a little bit of what they've given me. One of my most favorite things about volunteering is meeting people, connecting. I've made friends that I will have for a lifetime.
So it's been a dream of mine to be able to bring fitness or physical activities to the sober community here in Long Beach. And so to hear that the Phoenix was already here and doing that was super exciting for me.
Service to others has been played a major role in my personal recovery. So I like that the Phoenix lets me combine an activity and some service. I also really like riding my bike, so hand in hand they go together.
I love the Phoenix. I don't know, it's just the classes have really helped me come out of my shell a little bit. I have my confidence back, which I didn't have even though I got clean from drugs and alcohol. I feel like my life is taking off, and everybody at the Phoenix is helping me do that.
Once Phoenix has helped you rise from the ashes, there's this sort of natural response where you want to do that for other people. And the beauty of that is as soon as they find that strength and fortitude in their recovery, they're reaching back for the next person. And if we did that across the country, imagine how many lives could be touched.
So join us in this movement. Whether you are in recovery or an ally, you have something special to offer. Whether you are looking to lead events or support events, you already have everything you need to bring the Phoenix alive in your community. Get started today. We can't wait to make a difference alongside you.
And we're back. All right. So, it resets the chat. So fill it up again, guys. I want to see that chat full again. So, jumping back in as you all begin to make your way from Gormrog's apartment towards the barracks where you have been told that you all are towards the barracks where Clover's brother is residing. Words are hard, guys.
We got there eventually.
Yep.
It's funny. It's fun.
It's not the destination; it's the journey.
I would love for all of you to roll perception checks as you scan for any of the interested individuals along the route.
What kind of check?
Perception.
15.
14.
22.
Dang.
I'm sorry, my bed's being guarded. 13.
Your dice are being what?
Guarded, I apologize. My cat was sitting its
Ah.
big old...
They're his dice now.
Yes.
The dragon's hoard is being protected by the dragon.
I almost, said some words there. I censored myself.
Okay, so I will say with Clover, with your perception, you do notice a few people, no frog people, but you pass the occasional half-orc. That you pass some male, female, and gender non-specific individuals throughout your trek of both tiefling and half-orc. Tiefling, you do see one red tiefling, female, but the horns don't match the description that you've been given at all. These horns kind of like come down to the front a little bit and arch off to the sides, more like a crown as opposed to like the slick back that you were told. The half-orcs, though, they're again varied, so unless you wanted to actually stop and grab one of them, that's up to you.
We're gonna stop everyone and intimidate them Batman style. Where is it? Where's the chair?
No, I vote against that.
I whisper as we're looking around this crowd, I feel very awkward staring at people.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
I'm making it very awkward right now. As my eyes get big and I'm just like staring around. This is no.
Okay. If no one wanted to do anything specific, we'll just fast forward here a little bit. So, as you all make your way towards the barracks where Linden told you he's currently stationed at, as you approach, you actually see the young gnome, halfling man standing out in front. He is leaned up against the side of the building. His light brown shirt of his more civilian attire kind of like open up a little bit, his foot up against the wall with the brown pants that you've previously seen him wearing. The two swords holstered on either side. He sits one hand holding a mug, which is for his body rather large, and the other hand he has a little piece of toast that he's kind of chewing on as he sees you all approach. Oh, hey guys.
Hi.
I was actually gonna head over to you all today, and I'm off today. So
Great minds.
you got it, sis. Hi, Whisper. Good to see you again, everyone.
Hi.
So why were you coming to see us?
Oh, we maybe should go somewhere to have that discussion. Kind of shoves the rest of the toast in his mouth and slugs the coffee before stepping out into the rain. His shoulders instantly becoming soaked with rain. He kind of turns you as he walks Clover and puts his hand on your back to start leading you guys away from the barracks.
Okay.
So spoke to the captain about what you all said that the spellwright was doing. He didn't seem particularly perturbed at the fact, so I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
We knew it. They're all working together.
I'm imagining at this point he might be paid off. So
Hey, Linden.
Yeah.
What's the captain's name?
That is Captain. As I bring up my notes. That is Captain. Sorry.
Captain B.R.D.
Captain Odoro.
Was that common?
Oldoro. Oldoro.
Oldoro. Okay. That is not one of the names on our lists.
Oh, what list? Sorry.
Well, you finish talking to us and then we'll talk to you.
Besides that, I don't know. I think that was pretty much all I had.
Did
you may be
happen
paid
to
off
see this
by
captain maybe send out orders immediately after you told them this? Did he seem to go off somewhere, change his regular duties at all, or was he?
No, he just kind of told me to shove off and like go fuck myself, essentially. So I don't know what that exactly means. I was told to leave it alone.
Did he say
See,
anything?
you can't trust guards.
Did he say anything about us looking into it?
Well, I didn't really bring you all up.
Oh, okay. I thought.
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't want to put you under the bus or anything.
Speaking of not trusting guards, can I make an insight check on Linden?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Insulted, I will not be helping.
Well, I got 17 plus 2 is 19.
Okay. I would say. What are you exactly trying to decipher from that roll?
I want to know if, one, we can trust him, right? Because I'm seeing L at the top of this letter. Maybe that's Linden. Maybe he's also been paid off. Maybe he's not being entirely forthcoming with information. I don't know who I can trust. I don't know who I can't trust. And I'm just being cautious no matter what.
Okay. I will say, based off that roll, Linden is, from the little experience you've had with him, been fairly upfront. You've seen him when he is nervous. You're not getting any of that from the way he's speaking to you now, at least. So you get the sense that what he is saying in this moment is at least true.
Any other interactions with, like, say, Wendy or anything?
She tried to reach me last night, which was interesting, to say the least.
Oh my god, it was so interesting.
Yeah, she loves
What
to say that.
Asking about it.
I mean, she kind of just showed up and seemed to know exactly where I was at that exact moment, which was very strange. Like, I was like hiding in an alley at one point, kind of like just trying to relax. Well,
Why
I mean,
would you in an alley?
just to take a little bit of a break, you know what I mean? Like, the night's long, you kind of just want to lean up every once in a while. But there she was, kind of just showed up. which was strange.
What did she say? I mean, that's weird.
Oh, she was asking me if I wanted to go out again, or I'm sorry, when are we going out again? She asked about Whisper.
Yeah.
She was not too happy with her, though it appears that that's a mutual feeling. I mean, nothing too consequential, it seemed like, but just her strange because it's her.
Okay.
You know what's even more strange, Linden, is that this person pokes people, has their blood, and can somehow know where they're at.
I was gonna say, I think magic might have been involved with that.
Most definitely. I agree with you, Finnick. Whatever school you went to.
I don't know if it would be the same kind of magic as like what I've experienced, but I think we can probably talk about that later.
No, this is the best time. Please, Finnick, what exactly type of magic are you saying that you have experienced? Because what I've seen has been completely different than mine.
I don't use it a lot, I guess you could say. It's a lot of mental sort of magic. Like I hate, or it's hard to explain. Like, I think I did it earlier, or you did it earlier, just talking to somebody in their head, or being able to hear what other people are thinking. There's magic where you can do that and also sort of figure out where they are.
I believe you speak of divination.
I don't know if I'd call it that.
Interesting. Can you do that then? Can you pinpoint where somebody is by chance?
I specifically can't, but I can detect presences. Like, say, if somebody... What is it? If somebody was hiding, maybe? Like, detect presences which I can't see.
Whisper, are you understanding any of this?
I just know that she collects blood, and didn't somebody of you earlier say that they know something about dark blood magic or something?
I heard rumors about it. I've never seen it done.
What if this was blood stuff?
Linden, did she take your blood?
I mean, she scratched me a few times, but I wasn't noticing if she took blood.
She scratched a few of us.
I think those finger things collect blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it.
Didn't we talk about this?
Yeah.
Did we?
It 100% does. I cast a special spell called...
Forgive me, Damiano does not remember this.
Yes.
No, we talked about it.
Yes, she let me do it. She was quite okay with it too. It was quite terrifying. She looked right at me, and they're just daggers that seem to pretty much just siphon blood to a point, or just draw blood. What she does with it, I don't know. We saw that it went up her fingernail.
Yeah,
I believe is what it was described.
You saw they weren't magical, but somehow, like, they seemed to draw blood into them as the prick was made.
But they are daggers, though. That is what I was seeing, pretty much. Very special daggers, not magical, but don't want to be poked with them.
So again, who of us got scratched by her? Whisper and Felix.
Okay. I think Tristan too.
And Tristan, yeah.
And Linden.
Well, yeah, but out of us.
Yes. Well, I guess if we wanted to be short and sweet about it, we could confront her. I'm not one to have my DNA being, sprawled about, but that is a whole different ball of wax. I think it seems we are being threatened to forgo the course that we have been set. What is it we do?
What was she asking about me?
Who are you to me? Do I like you? It was a lot of weird questions. I don't know.
What did you say?
Um, are we supposed to be going somewhere? It's really pouring out here.
Answer your question.
Ver, come on. It's raining outside. Let's go somewhere.
He's nicer than the other one.
Right, let's go. Where we gotta go? I'm with you guys today. It's an adventure.
Check.
Go ahead, roll an insight check.
He's blushing because he likes her.
Well,
I
we
ship
do
it.
have more things to talk to you about.
That's a total of 13.
Okay. What'd you say, Clover? I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know he was rolling. My bad.
It's okay. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I was just telling Linden, we still have things to talk to you about.
Gormrog, he is, generally embarrassed at the question. My lights went off suddenly. I don't know why.
He's looking around. I don't want to say it out loud, let alone let Linden say it out loud.
He generally embarrassed. It's not like anything. It's an innocent, Whisper showed interest in him. He,
He's got a crush.
Yeah, nothing more than that.
Yet.
Right.
Nothing more than that yet.
Right.
And everybody with their Linden dolls and their Clover dolls. Not Clover. Linden and Whisper.
Not the Clover doll. Not the Clover doll.
Kiss. Go on a date. Make it nice.
Whisper.
So much bad stuff happening in the city.
Because she doesn't want to know the answer.
Okay. I will say if you could. My fucking lights off now. Clover.
Mm-hmm.
You asked me a question, and you have something to talk to Linden about. That's what I said. Okay, so, what else did you? Yeah, I'm ready to hang
Let's
out.
walk out of the rain while we talk about this. Let's make you a little more comfortable, Linden.
Oh, okay.
It's really wet outside. Maybe you should give Whisper your coat.
I don't have a coat. I'm wearing a shirt.
Well,
I don't want a coat. I like the rain. I don't understand why everyone hates the rain.
I don't hate it. I just don't want to get sick.
Why is the rain making you
I
sick?
personally don't like being splashed in the face constantly. You all walk around trampling through puddles like there's not people at your knees or something. It's quite annoying.
I like the feel of mud between my toes.
That's in my face.
I go like this in your face.
I believe if we're gonna sit out here, we should either do mud angels or do find a shelter of some kind. What time is it exactly?
At this point, after breakfast and anything, I'd say it's probably 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Well, before
shall we go eat some more?
Let's ask Linden about the list.
Yeah, all right.
And the frog first.
Yeah, and
Unmoving out of the rain. I just want to say, unmoving out of the rain. We're still just planted.
Where are we headed? Pick a spot, Linden.
For what?
To talk, to get comfortable, to be out of the rain.
Let's just go to Marie Lynn's. It's
all right. Yeah, let's.
This place was nice.
Let's do that. I'll lead the way.
May I alter that just a little bit? Mary Lynn's, but instead of going into the actual restaurant, maybe we should be a little more secretive. Let's go into that beautiful garden you had in back. You had an enclosure, right? Was it a shack or was it a greenhouse?
Storage shed?
Yes, let's go in the storage shed. Beautiful. That's where we should go.
Definitely wouldn't be big enough for everyone.
No?
Maybe
Just trying to be
2
discreet.
people max.
Fair enough. And I guess inside.
But 3? Nah. 4? No. 6? Definitely not.
You all should upgrade your storage. Fit like what, 2 shovels in there?
We'd need more money to do that.
The Murray lens?
Yes. Okay.
Murray
so,
lens.
for brevity's sake, unless anyone had anything specific they want to do, we will just fast forward to Marie Lynn's. Okay. So, as you all enter in, it being still pretty early in the morning, the morning crowd is generally dissipated at this point. There's maybe 1 or 2 other tables that would have people in it. But besides that, it is just you all with Danny kind of making his morning rounds, getting things cleaned up for the oncoming afternoon rush.
I'm just gonna look at Danny just a second too long and then just keep going.
He kind of notices you watching him, and he just awkwardly is like, before he continues on with his work.
And we'll pick the most secluded table.
Sure. Easy enough.
Yeah, just one of the booths in the back corner.
Can I see if I notice Wormrock doing that long stare?
Sure, go ahead and roll a insight check for me. What's your let me correct myself. What is your passive insight? I got these fucking
Perception?
down. Passive insight.
13.
Yeah, I would say you notice that easy enough.
Okay.
Okay, so you all make your way back to one of the corner booths and sit down and enjoy the little bit of privacy that is given to you from this secluded inn on a afternoon, late morning. So what did you have to talk to me about, Clover?
Well, we all have to talk, not just me.
Oh, okay.
But we've figured out a little bit over the past couple of days. We have a list of names. We want to see if you know any of these people. Hormrang, do you want to read the list to him?
Yeah, all right. We've got a 3 descriptions and then a bunch of unknowns. We'll start with the descriptions. We've got 1 frog person. Felix, what was the name of the species of individual?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Grung.
Frog.
Grung.
Grung. Yes.
Yeah,
Grung.
they were blue with spots.
Yes, but there might be others, different colors. Remember, but the one we're you're right. Never mind.
Yeah, and then we have a 1 individual who had red skins and slicked back style horns. That one was female, I believe Talon said. But those 2 were kind of mean. And then we have 1 big guy who looks like me, who is nice and gave it food.
Okay, well...
We can't kill that one.
We got that information from the Griffon we rescued. Did we mention we rescued a Griffon?
No.
Its name is Talon. Was I not supposed to tell Linden that?
We don't need to talk about that right now. We need to talk about the names.
I apologize, Whisper. That is my mistake.
Okay. I'll forget about it. Anyways, I've never seen a tiefling with horns that rake back. Half orcs. I mean, I've seen several half orcs, but I don't know if I can necessarily say I've seen a nice, without more of a description, just like a nice half orc. That doesn't give me a lot to go on.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down, right?
No, that's not a lot to go on.
All right, we've got a couple names here.
The amphibious of the 3.
No, I've never seen any sort of like frog style person. Grung, you said they were called?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Thorin Stillwater.
Lauren Stillwater. Let's see. I think they work as a scholar up in studying something. They're not part of the league, but I think they do some sort of study in the. I think I've heard that name before. I couldn't tell you exactly where. I'm not sure their actual location, but I believe they are some sort of. I have heard the name at least.
Clovo, what was the next one? Something Night Spark?
Adro. I think Adro Night Spark.
No, I'm not aware of that name.
Paylor Dusong.
Yeah.
That name, but
they're one of the clerical staff that work at one of the temples in the Temple Ward.
Don't tell me it's the Temple to Paylor.
No, I don't believe so. Let me double check.
Excuse my ignorance. Is the Temple Ward connected to the Scholar Ward to a point?
Scholar Ward is the western part of the city. Temple Ward's more the southern part of the city.
Okay, so it is separated. Okay, I was just seeing if there was a coincidence there in location.
No,
the residential is the northwestern. Northeastern.
He resides in the Bastion, which is the Lawbearer's Temple in the Scholar Ward. I apologize, the Temple Ward.
Okay.
Leoberos Rapash.
No, that name doesn't ring a bell.
Malice.
No, I don't know of anyone named Malice, though that is a strange name to say the least. Just the one name?
That's all we got.
I mean, you all would probably be aware of this. Tieflings typically have one name based off, a characteristic that they embody.
You know, I only have one name, right?
Are you a tiefling?
Do I look like a tiefling?
No, so I don't understand how the connection's there.
Like you said, it's a strange thing to have only one name.
Did I say that? I think I said that tieflings typically only have one name.
You also said tieflings only have one name.
Well, if I may, Gormog, halflings ourselves, we have like many names, so it is quite odd for an individual to have one name. We really cherish our names, to be honest with you. So that's maybe why there might be a miscommunication there.
I apologize for the miscommunication. Forgive me, Linden. I'm still not entirely sure who I can trust and who I can't. I'm a little on edge.
That's understandable.
We also have a couple initials.
Okay.
SG.
Okay.
I don't know if that means anything to you. That was one of the names that we found. Also, just the letter L.
Anyone just the letter L?
No, I don't know if you know anybody with one name. Maybe another tiefling with just the letter L.
Maybe that's the tiefling you're looking for?
Maybe Malice is the tiefling we're looking for. We have no idea. We don't have names to fit the descriptions. There may be crossover between these. And then the last one is B space R''D.
I mean, that makes no sense to me. These are all written in that book that you said?
No.
All except for the last two.
Okay.
The last two were on the letter.
A letter?
Yeah, we were in the sewers trying to... We essentially found like this tunnel room system, and I found this letter on a desk that was in there, and it had a message with those last two initial name things on them. But basically, they're using like a code calling. We're assuming that they call like the Firelings or the Spellwrights puppet masters, and they call the clasp the inroad.
They call the spiraling puppet master and clasp
No,
inroad?
it was.
Yeah, it was written in code.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
I probably still have the letter on me, so I'm just gonna take it out and read it. The puppet masters continue to collaborate with the inroad. Puppet master continues to create a system dangerous to our operations. We will continue our distributions. Signed, BRD.
I mean, I don't know of anything that would be. I don't know of anything like that.
But the puppet, we think the puppet masters are spellwrights. We think they might be involved.
The League of Miracles, the Wonder Worker, the Spellwright, Salgam. We think that's who they're referring to with the puppet masters. And the inroad would be the clasp. However, we got this from people we believe to be impersonating the clasp.
I know this all sounds like conspiracy theories, Linden, but I promise you these are all things that we have encountered, and it seems like it's a never-ending loop of everyone's hand is just operating. Like you were just told to be turned away. What is it exactly what are they to gain? I guess that is my biggest confusion at this point. And I think if we can figure that out, what are they to gain from doing all this?
I mean,
we've never even figured that out. Yeah, who are they to gain? That's the biggest mystery, and we have yet to crack that, and it's infuriating.
You have any resources you could use to look into this? Any individuals who can help you? What we need is information. What you do is basically what we're doing, except we're being paid on the side to do it. I'm wondering if, as a member of the guard, you can... Like, I know your captain just told you, hey, look the other way, but... Can you go to him and say...
I'm interested in doing.
Can you go to him and say, hey, I've got a lead on a couple people for a couple things, be vague about it, and then go investigate people?
Well,
city records.
I certainly can do that, but I think it's best if I leave them out of it and maybe handle this myself.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe you can just go through police records yourself and search those names.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
It works. I'm not trying to tell you what to do.
Well, I'm just worried if I bring it up to him, he's gonna
stop it. Yeah.
I don't trust him. I don't want to put you in danger by continuing to bring it up to him. He might be working for them for all we know.
I mean, I think everyone at some point starts getting money from the side from the class to look other way on things, but
do you?
No, they haven't approached me yet. I'm sure give it a little more time and they probably would have.
Do you think the clasp is paying him off, or would the Spellwrights possibly be paying him off?
I mean, I know that's something the clasp typically does, but I mean, I guess that from what you guys have found out, it certainly seems like the League is capable of something like that.
League is also owed several debts from various individuals throughout the city. I wouldn't be surprised if the captain of the guard is also one of those people who owes the Wonder Worker a sizable debt for the reconstruction of the city.
Yeah. I think both options are certainly possible at this point.
The Wonder Worker.
Do we know who that is, by the way?
Based off what you've read in the library, nobody knows who that is. He's only appeared 3 times throughout the launch of the...
Linden?
Yeah.
Do you know who the Wonder Worker is?
I have no idea. I've never even seen him.
But you've heard of him.
So, the only record we have is that word of mouth, some dude shows up, performs a miracle, disappears for a couple of years, shows up, performs a miracle, disappears for a couple. And we're just supposed to accept that? We don't get a name, we don't get a description, we don't get a freaking, like, place to write a letter to say thank you? Like, it's just, boom, miracle, deuces.
I think that's what the sanctums are for. He sends out his spell rights to essentially work in his name. I don't know. That's not really where I spend a lot of time, unfortunately.
We've got a lot of
questions,
loose
not a
ends.
lot of answers.
Yeah, and every answer we get just raises more questions. I'm starting to feel like Felix.
Yes, lost.
A little bit random, but
What if we just set up a trap? A simple trap of the people that we know who obviously are malicious and might have information. Like, for example, Linden, you just so happen to try to sweet talk a certain Wendy into a corner, and maybe we just torture the information out of her. No, Gormrog. I'm losing it, to be honest with you. I'm not sure what to do.
No, but the
Think
trap
Whisper
thing
may be
isn't a
willing
bad
to do that.
idea.
Clover,
Amy,
what were
We need
you
somebody
about to
to feed us
suggest?
hard information.
Clover?
Clover said something earlier.
well, earlier I was going to say something different. Now I'm going to say, Felix, now that you've said that he should torture Wendy, I want to bring up the fact that she knew exactly where he was in the alley, and she could very well be listening to this entire conversation right now. So, you know. But
actually,
before Linden, I was wondering if you could recall your past date with Wendy, and if you could think back on it and think about maybe anything she told you about her job that might help us. We never asked you this before. Did she ever tell you anything about the night that spider went missing? I know that your date was after that. Epicat.
Close enough.
So that date. So she didn't really talk about her job. It was a lot of asking questions about me, telling me some things about herself, where she's from.
Where is she from?
She actually is from Amman, she said. So
What was that?
where is that?
Yeah.
It's the capital of Tal'dorei.
Why did she come here for work?
How far away is that? I mean, above table.
Yeah.
Physically, where?
It is all the way west on the coast.
I have an idea.
I do as well.
You go first.
I'm kind of excited about how excited Whisper's getting about her idea.
You go first.
I want to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
So I can use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see.
Sure.
Within 30 feet. I know that's probably a stretch, but I want to try to do that.
Okay, so as you cast the spell and expand your mind to fill the space, detecting any thoughts or errant thoughts of creatures, is it only for things you can see? Even if they're invisible, it's through walls and everything.
It just says, yeah, it can go through walls.
Okay.
It can penetrate barriers. I can use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures I can't see.
But it doesn't tell you what those
I
creatures
can't
are.
detect a creature with an intelligence of 3 or lower. I don't think that matters. And then once I detect the presence of a creature in this way, I think it has to make a wisdom saving throw before I can, like, read its thoughts. I can detect, like, surface level, but not, like...
Okay.
Without the wisdom saving throw, I can do surface thoughts. But if they fail the saving throw, I can get in their head.
Okay. So, does it tell you where they are? Can you detect, like, the location of them?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
It just says detect the presence.
Okay. So, I will say,
We all have to make that save?
If she wants to penetrate deeper into your mind.
No, I don't. At least the 5 of us.
You don't want to go into this mind.
From what I understand, it's if you want to go deeper, they make the wisdom save. Otherwise, you just detect surface thoughts. Okay,
Yes.
so you're suddenly inundated with words as you try and. This is not a completely unnatural thing for you, as happening a few times throughout your history, but you sense the thoughts of all the people around you first, and you can cross them out of your mind. You know, wade through all of them. You hear Linden's voice pop into your mind for a moment as he's trying to recall the date. There are some errant thoughts there that kind of cross into his mind as he tries to recall that date, and you for a moment see that they may have become physical in that night. There you get Danny's thoughts that come into your mind, and you're able to recognize them as being Danny because you've heard his voice, and it kind of comes through as that once more. And he's just nothing that raises your suspicion. It's more general day-to-day stuff.
One order of coffee.
Yes, it's very low-key thoughts in his mind. I will say you detect Stir and Fry's thoughts, which are erratic to say the least, as even in their minds, they're arguing with each other. You hear them blaming the other for issues that are happening. It's just they're chaotic, and you have to push them out of the mind.
Did he just? What did you? Huh?
You next you hear the thoughts of the 2 patrons that are otherwise in the floor with you, or at least what you expect them. One of them, their thoughts seem to linger on what exactly they should be doing for the day, as they have to figure out what they're going to do for work now. The other is a thought that comes to your mind. Relatively low key. There's not a ton of thoughts that are in this other person's mind. It's just very monotonous. You get the sense of they're just monotony as they are just kind of doing what they need to do.
Food isn't as good as it used to be. I wonder if something's changed in the kitchen.
The next, you detect 2 more sets of voices in your head. One of them is a woman, and she's kind of going over things in her mind. It's like, oh, I put this here. Okay, if I set this for then, that should be good. The other is a man's voice who is attempting to read a book, it sounds like, as he's kind of like going over lines in his head, like, and then she undressed, and it sounds like he's reading a story, some sort of novel that you gather is probably smut in some sort of way.
You can see my face just cringe at that.
But besides that, that is all you detect. on the surface level of these folks.
I mentally send out a message to Finnick. Finnick, I saw you casting a spell there. What exactly did you just do? And I'm talking in your mind at this point, not screaming, very quietly.
Thank you. Just trying to see if anybody, I guess, is either like paying attention to the conversation, or if anybody's near us that might be someone we're looking for, I guess.
Anybody
Maybe
of
Wendy's
interest?
listening in, I don't know.
Did you hear her by chance?
I'm assuming not.
Did you want to dive into any of those minds a little further?
The second woman that was like going over things in her mind.
Okay, the one you don't actually see.
Yeah,
Okay, what's the DC on the wisdom save?
14.
Okay. So, you dive deeper into this mind. What are you looking for exactly?
I guess anything that kind of relates to what's going on, like with any of like the monster releases, or anything with the spell rights or the clasp, or anything that would raise a flag regarding the situation.
Okay, so just do something quick here. Just let me set the mood a little bit better on this one now that we're doing some magic-y stuff. I would say, as you dive deeper into the mind of this person, this woman you gather is upstairs. You're either invisible or upstairs. You're not sure, I guess. As you dive deeper into this person's mind, you almost get visions as you kind of like pry back the layers of their mind. First thing you see is their hands. As you kind of like are coming into their space, you see their hands. They are feminine hands, and they are red in color. You see in front of them this small package, and they are kind of, there seems to be like these jars almost filled with some sort of like black sand like substance. You're not quite sure what that might be. And you see like a string that's kind of like in each of them, and before it comes to a point where they're all kind of like tied together, and kind of like pokes out of the side of this little package almost. Diving into a little bit more, you see you see a dark tunnel. As you dive into their memories a little more, you see a dark tunnel that has been carved out by what looks to be pickaxes. You see a half-orc man with patchwork leather armor, and a small frog-like person
Oh my goodness.
with blue skin and black dots freckling their body. You see them traversing the inside of this tunnel, running. You see that as you dive deeper into the mind, you see them, their face pressed up against a stone wall, looking through this small keyhole, and you see yourself in her vision. and the spiraling make your way towards the wall before she turns to run.
I was gonna say, can I pinpoint where this keyhole is? Or this little...
You gather that this is in the wall that was eventually moved, where you heard the commotion.
So they were watching us when we were down there. Oh my god. Okay. And she's within 30 feet of us right now. So. I'm gonna rip a small page out of the notebook. Write a small note saying, the red tiefling is here somewhere. Fold it up and sort of slide it over towards Gormrog.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can sort of like pass the note around, if he would so choose.
Reading the note, I'm gonna immediately pass it to whoever's next to me, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go check in the kitchen real quick.
I'm
gonna go see if our food's
anybody
delayed or something, because I don't trust stir and fry in the kitchen right now.
Just remind me, they are aware that their mind has been penetrated as the spell goes, correct?
Hold on. If I probe deeper, if it fails, I gain insight into its reasoning, its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind. It doesn't say.
Okay. Go ahead. Proceed.
And I'm going to go to I'm actually going to try and find Rosalind Temp.
Rosalind? Okay. Where do you want to look?
Kitchen, office, behind the bar, wherever she usually floats around, because while Marie Lynn is technically the owner, Rosalind is the one who handles all the business and does the running of things.
Okay. While you do that, one just real quick, Finnick. Either way, the target knows that you're probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action or on its turn to try and combat you in an intelligence check to end the spell. So, I will say you are still connected to this creature's mind, the woman's mind. Roll a intelligence check.
I was gonna ask. I don't know if I'd be able to tell if the man and woman were together.
Okay.
The one that was like attempting to read a book or something.
Okay.
I will shift. I want to try it and see if like that's like the half orc or something.
Okay. They're gonna make that person's gonna make it. They succeed, unfortunately. They rolled a 17. So you're unable to continue the spell there. But your mind, if I'm reading this right, your mind still is connected to the other person, the tiefling. So unless you decide to sever that connection, but they are now aware that someone has probed into their mind. And you can instantly sense their mind shift to this knowledge. And their actions.
What's their emotional state right now?
They are... their heart is starting to race a little faster. They seem like they're trying to hurry up and complete whatever it is they were doing.
Those jars.
Mm-hmm.
Could I be able to tell if that was more recent or if that was...
that initial, as you dived in, you came from like what is current and you got further back in history. That would be what is right now. You gain this sense of...
I don't like the sound of that.
But real quick, just roll a intelligence check for me as she is trying to stop you.
Wait, a check or a saving throw?
It's a check. It's a contested intelligence check.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That's a natural 20.
Okay, she rolled an 8. She rolled an 18, so that was fucking close. But you are still on it, and you can sense the intensity ramping up in her as she is trying to finish whatever it is she's assembling. But Gormrug, as you are searching around in the usual spots, she is not there.
I want to get people out of here. Panic.
Yeah.
Sending back to Felix. We need to get people out of here and moving, but I don't want to cause a scene.
I have no such qualms. I'm going to scream in Orcish at Danny. And in Orcish, so to the rest of you, it sounds like guttural, brutal language. But to Danny, I'm going to say, "We got company. It's bad. Get them out."
Okay. Who are we getting out? What's...
No! Everybody!
Everyone use the exit now?
Clover's just gonna yell fire. Fire!
I don't see fire.
Finnick, I apologize. I didn't get a chance to do that calmly. But if you continue to stay
kitchen
where you're
door,
at, I will guide you. Pretty much saying you got a chrono shift. You want to keep going down the path of trying to figure out her mind.
Okay. Finnick, as Clover yells fire, the thoughts of the person that you're connected to, they hear that being yelled downstairs, and their actions increase in speed. They are, I would say...
I want to go find him.
Okay.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there. I'm helping you.
I'll just turn back to everybody and say, you guys need to... Either you're with me, or you need to get out of here. It's not safe. And...
Girl, my weapon's been out for a minute now.
Roll a intelligence check, Finnick, as they try to break the connection once more.
Okay. That's a natural 19.
Okay, you maintain the connection. What are the rest of you doing?
Grabbing Stir and Fry, because they're not going to leave without me forcing them to leave. So with a 40 movement speed, I'm going in there, grabbing each of them by the back of their shirts, and dragging them out.
Okay. You pick them both up, and it's easy enough with it, and they don't fight you. What's going on? Hey, why are you grabbing me? What are you doing? Put me down. Oh. Sensing the intensity, they kind of both just shut up and suck their arms in and are allowed to be carried out. Whisper, what are you doing?
Toss them out the
I'm
front
very
door.
confused because I didn't see a fire. But then Finnick said, "You're either with me or get out." Obviously, I'm with you. I pick up my club and I'm like, "What is happening?" But I'm ready.
Okay, Clover, what are you doing?
I am telling Linden to get the other patrons out and make sure that they get out, and then I'm just running right behind Finnick and Whisper.
He pops up from his seat. Okay, everyone, we need to exit the facility. I'm a guard with the town. Everyone needs to get out. And he starts to kind of like lead people out. Felix, you said you're gonna follow.
Shirt right now, right?
Yeah, it's like this like tied shirt that's kind of like hanging open.
Yeah. I'm focused on Finnick as much as possible to watch her expressions if I have to cast a chrono shift or something.
Okay, Finnick, and you start heading up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it was me and Whisper who were staying at Marie Lynn's.
Right.
So I know which room is ours. How many other rooms are there?
On that second floor, there would be maybe, what is it? 6 other rooms? I think that's right. But, I mean, just deducing the space, you're probably limited to about 4 rooms that could possibly be within that 30-foot bubble of yours.
Okay. Also, I know the duration of the spell, it's only about a minute. So,
I would say one more. We'll roll. You have like one last connection. Is anything you want to dive in and look for?
Room numbers.
Okay.
Or if I can. Or you know what? If they've looked in a mirror.
Okay.
I want to see if I can get their face.
All right. Diving once more. I won't even say you need a check because the connection has clearly been established at this point. They have not been able to shake you off. Here we go. Okay. You look in and once more and try and get a good visual of what this person is. It's a tiefling woman. Typically, like the way she pictures herself in her mind: black leather armor, dark red, scaly skin, just covering her entire body, purple eyes with long, curly black hair and braids, these large, segmented horns that just sweep backwards behind her head, and a few daggers kind of tucked into that belt of hers.
Okay. And then I want to start slamming in doors, trying to get into people's room, and I just want to back to Felix and Whisper, just like start checking rooms.
Okay. Come upstairs. Instantly, as you make your way, you breach the top of the stairs, you see a more rotund hobgoblin man kind of like poking his head out of one of the rooms. You see like he's not wearing a shirt and he's got like his pants kind of like hiked up just up to his way, just so underneath of his belly, and he's got like a book in his hand. Did I hear someone say fire?
Yeah, get out. Get out.
Okay. He kind of dips back into his room once more. You assume to grab a shirt before you hear him begin to make his way out. That would be one of the four rooms that could possibly be there. There is
next one open.
In this space, that would be like you come up the stairs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. He would be in say room 3, just in this small space. Do you want to go for room 1 or 2?
You asking me or Felix?
2.
Both of you.
Whichever one he doesn't go in, I'll go in the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, she said to do it as she's doing it, so I'm thinking simultaneously as she kicks that door open or talking, I'm just going in.
To the next door. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 and 2, well, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so both of you roll athletic checks for me. Clover, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm going in another door.
Okay, go ahead and roll another athletic check for me as you try and kick the next door open. Whisper, what are you
Would
doing?
it be athletics or strength? Not that either is better, but
well, athletics should
Athletics
be
is strength based.
Yeah, athletics is your strength based stat. So if you don't have athletics, it's just strength.
Was there a fourth door?
That would have been the
Yes.
one that the hobgoblin came out of.
Oh, okay. Well then.
because you said there was 4 rooms. There was 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right. The hobgoblin came out of 3.
I'd probably be right behind Felix. I feel like I ran up at the same time.
Okay, Gormrog, what are you doing?
I would.
I've gotten everybody out on the first floor.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's making their way out. You are aware that there is a 3rd floor to this place where typically the staff resides.
Yeah, 40 feet of movement to get up there. Like,
Okay.
I would trust my friends to do what they're doing. I would get up to the 2nd floor, see that they're there, and just keep going up.
Okay. Finnick, what'd you roll?
14?
Okay. Well, Felix, what'd you roll?
And if it's okay, if Whisper was right there, I would have actually been like kick, and I would have cast guidance on her, and I'm like, go.
Okay, Whisper, go ahead and roll an athletics check. Clover, what'd you roll?
16.
Okay.
Well. Oh. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Finnick, you had door number 1. You kick, and you hear the crack of it, but it does not swing open. The lock that is on this door just does not give. Clover, you kick, and with your strong rabbit legs, you are able to actually smash the door open. The lock kind of rips off the hinges, off the door frame, swings open, to an empty room.
Okay, I'm gonna run back towards Finnick.
Whisper.
Yeah.
Sorry. Whisper, you give the door a kick, and all of it just slams down to an empty room.
So I'm gonna try kicking this door down again.
Go ahead and roll at advantage as everyone's helping you at this point.
Okay.
I cast guidance as well, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yes, please. Another 14.
Okay, the DC did get lower because as you're, kicking the door, it's getting more and more. So the second kick, you kick it once more, and the lock kind of cracks, and you're able to actually push it open. You see there, tiefling woman, purple eyes, red skin. Gormrog, what are you doing on the third floor?
How many rooms are there on the third floor?
8.
How long is the hallway?
It would be 60 feet, if I'm not mistaken.
Wide.
About 6 feet wide.
With my staff, I'm gonna run down the hall, just knocking on the walls, on the doors, just smacking everything, making noise, shouting, "Everybody out!" the whole way down. And then double back with a dash.
Okay.
So altogether, that's 80 feet of movement. But if the hallway is 60 feet long, that means I'm only 20 feet back. 1 second. Okay. I'm going to burn a key point. And I'm going to use Step of the Wind. And continue the rest of the way back. So that's 40, 20, 20, 40. So I've cleared the entire space in one movement. Just shouting at everybody to get the hell out.
Okay. All right, back to Finnick. As you look at this tiefling woman, you see this tightly wrapped package in her hand. Large string hanging from it. You see this small kind of stick glowing with a burning ember on the front, smoke coming from it. She kind of gives it a long pull. Oh, well, I didn't expect all you till much later. Pushes that glowing ember on the string.
I want to use Mage Hand to try and grab it before she does that.
Okay.
Good idea.
So
Are we able to cast simultaneously right now? Once that door is opening, I wanted to cast Sapping Sting on her once I saw her.
Okay. What does Sapping Sting do? Just
it's going to a Constitution saving throw. If she fails, necrotic damage, and she falls prone. So pretty much she's falling to the ground.
Okay, Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
That is a 14.
It's make it break it, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure she stays here. Let's cast a Chrono Shift. Let's waste one of these.
Okay. So she has to roll again.
Yes, please.
That is a 7.
Fail. Hits the ground, prone, and we'll be taking 4 necrotic damage.
Okay.
4s aren't that nice usually.
But she's prone.
Yes.
Everybody bum rush her.
Okay. I will say, what is the the roll for your hand, Fennec? Is it just a?
I wanted to like just cast it to try and prevent that, assuming it was a cigar, from lighting what I was assuming a wick.
You gather as much that this cigarette would be used to light the fuse of this bomb that she has seemingly made. Okay, so I'm gonna have her roll a dex roll against your spell save. She's gonna roll at disadvantage though because she is like this is as she's getting knocked down. Okay.
Okay, so my save DC is 14.
Okay, so this is a dex roll against. Okay, so that's a 13 plus 4. So as Felix, you rip her, like she starts to fall. The cigarette kind of lands against the ember against this fuse. What do you want to do, Clover? Go ahead, Clover. What do you want to do?
No, since they all got to do actions, can I?
Yeah,
also
go
do
ahead.
an action?
Absolutely, get in there. You can change this,
I
please.
shoot my crossbow at her hand.
You want to what?
I want to shoot my crossbow at her hand.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack. It's going to be a little bit higher because you're going for the specific part, but
Okay. 21.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking dumb.
To hit.
the arrow, as the hand goes there, the mage hand, you see like starting to pull the package just out of her hand. Her hand starts to go back. Her hand gets millimeters from this fuse. The arrow slams into her hand, and the cigarette just drops harmlessly to the floor as she crashes down, the bomb landing in front of her, just barely missing the wick of this. Whisper, what did you want to do in this moment?
I wanted to run in with my club.
Okay. Easy enough. What are you gonna attack? Or do you want to grab the bomb? What do you want to do?
I don't think I would realize anything about bomb happening.
Okay.
So I would want to bonker.
Okay. I'm sorry, Clover. Go ahead and roll damage too for that.
Um,
And roll your attack, Whisper. It's at advantage because she has fallen prone, so you have advantage.
We need her alive, though.
7.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
Blood.
That definitely hits.
And I didn't have enough time to cast Shillelagh or anything, so.
We need her alive, though.
Is anybody else in the
Kill her with
room?
one hit. That's a 1
Okay.
damage.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay. So she is prone on the floor. We can. I don't want to get into combat for this just yet, so we're gonna keep this a little loose because we're gonna.
Well, I was just gonna ask what else we see in the room. As
Okay.
This is all.
As you looking around, just giving a quick glance at the room, there is. You see a little bit of more alchemical supplies. You see like some more fuse and kind of jars that you assume are set up against the room to make this explosion even larger. This being just the small package that she's kind of set up. You see the typical stuff, the bed that doesn't seem to be disturbed, or at least it's been made in the last few moments. There is a window that is open on just behind her. The rain kind of pouring down behind, you hear it. Besides that, that's pretty much it.
There's nobody else in the room.
Nope.
Just confirming.
Not that you
Not
say.
anymore.
Not that you see.
No, the
if the
window's
cig-
open.
Cigar isn't snuffed out. I would like to use Druidcraft. Apparently, I can light a flame out.
Okay. Cigarette extinguishes on the floor.
Did
I
it break when the
can-
bomb
sorry.
dropped? Did it break? Sorry.
You do hear glass shatter as it hits the ground, but it is still all tightly compact in the packaging it's in.
Okay.
I will say, in this moment, they are going to stand up. You kind of. This is a bit earlier than we were hoping for, and
She's gonna show up in the doorway.
Yep, she's gonna make an attempt to jump out of that window.
Is she prone?
She uses her half her
up.
movement to stand up. Is gonna use the rest of her movement to try and jump out of the window.
No. Stop her.
I will say, Whisper, you get an attack of opportunity because they are right there in front of you. What do the rest of you want to do during this while this is going on?
I just want to run after her. We're not letting her get away this easy.
I'm gonna wait for her to do some type of roll, and probably try and make her eat shit.
Okay.
Jump the windows.
What's your roll, Whisper?
For my attack of opportunity, I am going, or can I do Primal Savagery cantrip?
Are you you don't have the feat spell Warcaster, do you?
Warcaster.
You do. No, you to
No,
do
we're
cantrip.
level 3.
Yeah, you're unable to cast a spell. You can only do a melee attack unless you take that feat.
Okay. Then I'll bonk her.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Cast bonk.
What are you doing, Clover?
I would like to run to the window and try to shoot her again.
Okay, now that she has stood up as she's trying to jump out, this is all kind of like a fluid motion, so
Right. Yeah.
we're still.
I'm not going to attack her. I would like to send my mage hand to grab the package and pull it back to us so that she
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay, easy enough. Your mage hand reaches out and starts to drag this package back. What'd you roll, Whisper?
16 to hit.
Okay, that just hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Finnick, what are you doing? Did I ask you that already? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm running after her. I'm trying to if I'm not able to grab, say, her shirt or a belt or something, I'm gonna go out the window after her.
Okay. I will say roll an athletics check to try and grapple her. This is going to be a contested roll against her acrobatics she's going to do, obviously, because she's a far more dexterous character.
And I'm not.
What'd you roll for damage, Whisper?
3.
3. Okay. What'd you roll?
Got a 12.
Okay, she rolled 21. So, as she begins to leap through this window, you reach out.
Could I change my action real fast? I apologize.
Yeah, no, this is fluid, so feel free to just jump in if you want to do something as this is all going.
I'm not sure. Reading the spell, I would like to cast Reduced on the window seal and shrink the window.
When you shrink
It's not
this
worn, it's
empty
not carried.
space?
It says you can cause a creature or an object. I'm talking about the window. I'm shrinking the window, so that object within range to grow smaller or larger for duration. Choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. If the target is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw.
So you're
if
trying
I'm
to make the
use that in a
glass
way,
bigger?
Yeah, what are you trying to
open, so he's trying to catch her
I'm trying
in
to
the
shrink
window
still, the frame.
or prevent her from jumping out.
The
I'm
frame. You're trying to
The
shrink
window
the frame to make it harder for her to get out.
Yeah, if that's not possible, no worries. I understand if I'm reading too much into that spell.
That's, huh?
It's creative.
So the object would be the window frame.
I mean, it says or an object that is neither worn nor carried. So I don't think that would work on a frame that is worn by the building. You know what I mean? Like, because it's all technically one thing.
Yeah.
Worn by
It is pretty securely attached.
Right. It's securely attached in the frame of the building.
That was a good idea, though.
I mean, a great idea.
Yeah.
Now, can I shrink a window?
But it is only a level 2.
Try. Yeah, exactly. That's why I was asking. Okay, fair enough.
Right. Can I make an attempt to grab her? I know I came late to the party.
I was gonna say you're
so
you're just getting into the room as she's leaping from the window. Whisper kind of cracks her in the back, and she launches as Finnick attempts to grab her, but she is able to jump out. But I'm gonna say because of Whisper hitting her, she's gonna be at disadvantage for her athletics check to land. That's a 6, and that is a 6. Okay, so still with her bonuses, still pretty not bad. She Whisper, I would say, you being the closest C, she kind of falls down crashing into the ground, but is able to like tuck her shoulder and roll to absorb some of the impact. So she does take some fall damage, but it is, she isn't prone as she stands up in the rain, instantly being doused in this water. She is going to use a dash.
Going after.
Yeah, she's going to use
out the window.
Okay. She's gonna start dashing down the street. Okay, Clover, you're running out the window. Finnick, you're running out the window. Gormrod, you're running out the window.
Sorry, go ahead, Clover.
No, go.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Expeditious, okay.
Expeditious. I can't read. It's fine. The spell allows me to move at an incredible pace when I cast a spell. Then as a bonus action on each of my turns, I can take the dash action.
Okay. Awesome. So you're basically a rogue until that spell ends.
Yes.
Okay. Whisper, you're jumping out the window or are you staying inside?
Can I cast Entangle?
Absolutely. What's the range on Entangle?
90 feet.
Absolutely can do that. What does she have to roll?
She has to succeed on a strength saving throw.
Okay, not her best stat.
Get her.
She rolled a 15 plus nothing. What's your DC?
That's the attack / save in D&D Beyond, right? Yeah. It's 13.
So we'll reroll into that then. Last chrono shift. Let's give it a
Okay,
shot.
last chrono shift.
Oh my god.
She rolled a 14. So that as you look out the window as she starts to bolt down the street, this woman moves pretty fast. The vines crack the stone around her feet, reach out, but she jumps and kind of like does another roll to avoid the vines. You still have movement, so you would be able to go exit the window as well. But Clover, Finnick, Gormrog, all of you roll acrobatics checks as you jump out of the window. Felix, what are you doing? You used your action to
I'm doing the
shift, right?
same.
Or that's a reaction.
That's a
20.
reaction.
Awesome, perfect.
Got a
So
16.
19
16
plus
19.
4.
Oh, all right. Felix, what do you want to do? You gonna jump out the window or
13. 13, yeah, if I'm able to jump out the window.
Okay, awesome. And Whisper, you said you're following as well.
Mhm.
So acrobatics check as well, please.
We're all just yeeting out of this window.
11.
11. Okay. I will say, Whisper, you take as you cast a spell, you get frustrated and kind of jump out, but tumble a bit as you land. Gormrog, Clover, and Finnick, the three of you, jump out of this window, almost run down the side, especially Gormrog and Clover. The pair of you landing at the base before you take off. Felix, you jump out, hero land, kind of take a minute to recover before you start running as well. But you are all full dash now. This is going to turn into a little bit of a more of a skill challenge as you are humping through the rain. Gormrog, Finnick, and Clover, you being in the front. Go ahead, Finnick.
Oh, I was just gonna ask if we pass any guards.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna be like, you guys need to stop her. She was building a bomb. Get her.
You're gonna just yell at the guards.
I'm not speaking coherent sentences at this point. I'm so flustered and panicked. I just want her down.
Okay.
Her bomb.
Her bomb. Bad. Get her. Place.
Okay.
Chase,
so
run.
this is going to be a group skill challenge for this chase scene. Okay. If you want to do something, it's going to raise up her ability a little bit. But if you roll well on whatever you want to do to like slow her down, that'll help in the DC. Okay. So you can go either way. You can do a simple chase and we'll roll for exhaustion, or you can do something this time, slow her down, etc. Okay. All right. So what does everyone want to do? Go ahead, Clover. You had your hand up first. Go ahead. You got something hot.
I want to jump on Gormrog's back as he runs so that I can shoot my crossbow from his back.
Okay. I will say, Clover, just roll acrobatics, let's say. What skill do you want to use to like hold on to him?
Acrobatics.
Athletics? Perfect. All right, we'll do acrobatics. You kind of leap up and grab onto his shoulder and get ready to aim. You just, as we'll see if this shot is good.
17.
Okay, easy enough. You're kind of like mounted on his back in like a 3-point pose. Whisper, what do you want to do?
want to run.
Okay, you're just gonna run.
Yeah. Dash.
All right. Gormrog, what do you want to do?
Move, dash, step of the wind, bonus action, dash, total of 120 feet.
Okay.
Go off.
Like I said, this is gonna be a little bit more of a skill challenge thing. So, it's, like we're not like pure speed, but it definitely
they're
helps.
not.
Definitely helps. Finnick, what do you want to do?
I've got a turret on my back now.
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything else.
How far ahead of us is she?
Not far enough.
Right, she would be about 70 feet from you with her movement. Just on that first round of you guys jumping out.
Okay. Bonus action dash, so I'm 30 feet closer.
Yep.
I would like to use my ice knife and try to shoot her in the back of the leg.
Okay, go ahead and
Yes.
Clover and Finnick roll attacks. Felix, what do you want to do?
So we're 70 feet. I'm gonna move my regular 25 feet, and then I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt. I'm upcasting it to level 2. And that's with as long as she's within 120 feet. I can do.
Yep. Okay, go ahead and the three of you then roll attacks.
16.
Okay, that hits.
17.
She's only 70
Hits.
feet. I don't need to go the full 120 then, do I?
18.
No.
No. 17 for me.
Okay. All right, so all three of you hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Gormrog, what do you want to? You wouldn't have had to use your.
If I didn't have to use all three for dashing,
Yeah.
I would change the action to just fucking hitting her.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack then.
I'm just gonna run up and punch her. Like, I'm not even gonna take out my staff. I'm just gonna punch her.
So am I also next to her? Because that would change my crossbow shoot. I would attack her just
Yep.
You can decide.
before he gets to her. Okay, that'll
It's
make
up, yeah, it's up to you. Whichever way you'd rather do it.
Does
Okay.
a 22 hit?
That hits.
Nonchalantly asking if a 22 hits Gormrog. Jesus.
I
Wasn't
did
even a
6
natural
damage.
20.
I also did 6 damage.
Okay.
Hey, Findies.
I'm looking for
Uh,
another D6. Sorry. There we go. I got 4 of them. Okay.
Because I'm not that high up there, that is only 5 damage on a
Okay.
D4.
17. Do I add? Yeah, there's no pluses to.
That hits.
Yeah, just 17.
That hits.
No, that's damage.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the three attacks boom, 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 slam into her. And I will say they definitely slow her down a little bit. So, but she is continuing to run and like try and move ahead of you.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah.
Oh no, that would have to be with my bonus action attacks. Never mind.
Okay. But as let me just get my map up here. She continues to run. She makes her way.
Does Gormrod get an opportunity attack since she continues to run?
Yeah. But you will be able to get one more attack in.
Hell yeah.
Again, this isn't really combat, but
18.
That definitely hits.
Just knock her out.
As she's running away and I make another swing, I'm gonna say, "Stop running!"
Okay.
Stop! Run!
6 points of damage.
Okay. But
That's the most I can do with my fist.
Okay. As she continues to run, catching the one last blow from her side, she turns a corner, breaking line of sight from you, and she makes a left down the alley. Gormrog, you have a pretty good sense of where these are. You know you're getting into a lot of back alley stuff, but she does make a left, breaking line of sight for you. Okay. But she continues to
Rhino in
run.
the back of the lead. Oh my god.
What'd you say, Felix?
I said I'm about to be like the slow rhino in the back of the Stampede at 25 movement speed. It's beautiful.
Facing after her, I guess. Back alley
Ditto.
stuff. Either way, it's Clover. As soon as you get line of sight, shoot her.
I would like to ready my crossbow for the second I turn the corner.
All right, all of you roll perception checks as you turn that corner, and she is not instantly visible.
16.
Okay, you see her, Gormrog.
I also have a passive perception of 17.
Oh my god.
So Clover, you see her very clearly as she is attempting, makes the next right. You see her feet kind of leave that trail. That it's about 30 feet up. Yeah, it's about 30 feet to the next alley.
I point in front of Gormrog's
face. But since she has noticed, I say all of you are, except for Felix, you're kind of starting to lag behind here. Are you guys going to leave Felix in the dust here, or what's the plan?
Go back for him eventually,
Would be
but for right
yelling,
now, I'm just
"Go,
gonna keep
go,
running.
go."
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm going after.
Okay, so I would say, what's the plan here? She makes the next turn.
Follow
I
her.
need all of. She's able to move 90 feet around as well. So she moves 90 feet. So who is able to keep up with her at this point?
Gormrog.
and therefore Clover.
If I use both my
Yes, you can use
bonus
your
action and
action to
my-
dash and your bonus action. So you are 90 feet as well currently.
Me?
At
Yeah.
this point, I would
Okay.
be like burning my last key point.
I
So
am
I've
just
only got
trying
one
to
left.
get her down. I'm not trying to like kill her. I'm trying to like grapple her.
Okay.
Or
You want to do
something.
attack? You want to try and tackle her?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an athletics check. She's going to contest it with an acrobatics to try and slip your
Oh.
grip.
I can't do
Ooh.
acrobatics.
She rolled no.
near you. The first one is 15 Sports Ally, 925.
Google. Google, shut up. Hey Google, stop.
Oh my god, I needed that.
Grapple checks are always done athletics for the grappler, and either athletics or acrobatics for the grapplee. So you are rolling an athletics check. I apologize.
I'm sorry, you were gonna say what she rolled?
She rolled a 7, so that's
Oh
plus,
god.
plus 7, so that's a 14.
Okay. 15.
Nice.
You give everything to this chase. You are sweat is even through the rain. You feel yourself starting to sweat as you turn that last corner and see her attempting to run away. You dive out, wrap your arms around her legs, and you feel her start to squeeze out before the pair of you slam onto the ground together. Gormrog, with Clover on your back, you easily get up next to them as well. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I was gonna shoot the second I saw her.
Okay, so you go ahead and roll that attack before she's
I-
just right before she's tackled, because that will be disadvantage.
Just as she's tackled.
No, I would say you shoot it
Just
before
before.
she gets tackled, so you don't worry about the disadvantage.
That hits, but 14 plus 5. 19.
19.
That definitely hits.
9 damage.
Okay. Gormrog, what are you doing in this moment?
Seeing Finnick tackle her, I'm still gonna try and get like on top of the pair of them and just like
Dogpile.
she's not going anywhere.
Okay. Gormrog diving on as well, begins to dogpile the pair of you. Clover, you kind of get knocked off as this all happens at this point, but
That's fair.
you land on your feet easy enough, no issue for you. Felix
Like,
and
if I
Whisper.
have to, I'll also grapple her, but like
Yes, I will say it would. You guys can either roll individually for the next grapple check, or one of you roll at advantage. But either way, Whisper and Felix, what do you guys want to do? As you turn the corner and see the pair, Gormrog and Finnick tackling Finnick, and then Gormrog tackling this tiefling. What do you two want to do?
I want to run up and ready my club in case she slips away.
Okay.
Like right next to them.
Felix, puffing up. What are you doing in this moment?
I think I would be. I mean, night 25. even dashing with their 90. I'm still rounding the corner. You just hear me cursing, fucking tiny lays, god damn it. Look at the corner. Oh my god. And I just get ready to cast Stabbing Sting like 30 feet away. And I'm just like on the ground. Okay, just if you get up, I'm just gonna. Yeah.
We got her.
Good job, guys.
So, we're gonna do one more grapple check to end this chase, okay?
Okay.
Gormrog and Finnick, what do you want to do?
Gormrog, I'm just gonna say right now you probably have higher strength than me, so I will give you advantage.
Let's go.
Let's go.
First roll of the night and last roll of the night. Let's do it. Natural 20.
Hey.
All right. She attempts to like squeak out of the pair of you, but you both just lock down on her, completely stopping her in her place. And Whisper, you just
grab her
stand
by the horns. And just... Dang.
I'll tell you right now, tieflings don't like being grabbed by the horn.
Whisper, you just
Don't
level
care.
the club at her face. Clover, what are you doing?
Whisper, would you like to hit her?
We need
I
her
already got it.
alive. I'm just sputtering through the rain and the mud on my face right now. We need her alive.
Can I give her one last non-lethal stab in the hand down into the gravel to kind of hook it?
Go ahead.
Girl.
Her hand kind of like reaches out to try and push out of these things, and you just Clover. You don't even have to roll for it. You just slam the trowel into her hand. You see the blood start to pool out from underneath it.
Non-lethal. That was non-lethal.
Not gonna kill her with a hand stab. But she stops trying to wriggle out, as she clearly sees she has been felled in this moment. And as you all stand with your new capture, that's where we're gonna end it for the night.
Hey.
All right, everyone.
Shit.
You guys avoided a fucking... If you didn't know she was gonna blow up Marie-Lynn.
No, you just said those jars with the black sand you don't know about and a red. Did you say a red string?
A wick, like a white wick.
A wick. Well, because I know. What did you say? You said
Definitely.
Red hands.
Yeah.
For the red hands.
they were just tied together. I'm just like, I don't fucking like this.
I saw Dom's face like, oh fuck.
Well, you can
The
see
moment
when
you
I
said
started
black
piecing it
powder,
together. I'm like, oh, hell no.
I'm just like, if they blow up Marie Lynn's, I'm going to have to murder somebody.
You're welcome.
It's not called murder at that point. That's called vengeance. Justified vengeance.
All right, well, that is where we're gonna end it for tonight, everyone.
Oh
I
my
look forward to
God.
seeing you all again in 2 weeks for our next episode of Forging Fates.
Thank you
You
for
can-
watching.
Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you got Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, you can support us. Click the links below. Follow us on our social medias. This goes up on YouTube in a week. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I think that's it. Jem will be back next week with our one and only Joe for our first deep dive on the cast members.
Well, not the only Joe.
I'm not the only Joe.
Joe.
Just the other Joe. The better. The
second Joe.
The prettier Joe. We'll
The
say
shorter
that.
Joe, I think. Maybe. I don't wanna say
Definitely
that.
not.
I wanna say
Definitely
that.
not. We got short king energy over here.
Oh, fair enough. You can't. Oh, there's a camera. Okay, I'm 8 foot tall, guys.
Yeah, I think next to CC, we're all short kings.
Next week.
All right. Well, with that, I hope everyone has a great night, and talk to you guys soon. Thank you
See
so
you
much.
next time.
Bye.